'Tis a good morning, 'tis a good
It
morning.
is a good morning.
It is a good morning and a morning
Good
and a morning,
morning,
morning, good
everybody.
morning. It is a good morning, good morning. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, All right, let me see. Let me see.
Ooh,
Is it a good
that's pretty
morning?
cool.
I
It
think so.
is.
It's
It's a
cold.
great morning. It's a nice sunny morning. It's cold outside, but it's really a nice morning. The
I
sun
would.
is shining, and Trump has decided to put a buffer zone down at the New Mexico border, and our governor is freaking out. A
Too
military
bad.
buffer zone. I know. Fuck her.
I'm
Fuck
ready
her.
on my end.
Okay.
I
That's
couldn't
how
believe
they want to
it's
be.
so
Hey.
cold. My husband
Mhm.
probably got up like 15 minutes after me, but I didn't get out of bed. I went to sleep pretty early before you even, probably by the time you got out of work, 9 o'clock would be my
Mhm.
time. I was completely out, but I woke up at like 2:30 in the morning and I'm just laying there. Then the kitten comes and sleeps on my feet. Did not want to get up because why? Somehow Florida loves to play tricks on us and it's like 50 degrees here in Jacksonville.
Oh God.
But I have, but
I
then
do
you
not
said
know.
it's cold over there.
Yeah,
Didn't you say
it's
it was in?
yeah. It's 33 degrees this morning. Just a while ago, it's probably about 34,
It's
35
just
now, but it's gonna
mad,
go to 63
mad.
today. So we always see a 30-degree increase in or
Oh, yeah.
decrease in temperature.
No, I know it's the same here, but it's just like, oh, I mean, it was one of the nights I shouldn't have left the patio door open if I knew better, but like I said, I kind of passed out. I was so busy yesterday cleaning and trying to bleach the tiles. I'd rather actually, because I'm a finisher, I would
Mhm.
rather regrout my kitchen and walkway tiles than scrub them clean at this point. I really would. It's my type of thing.
Mhm. Yeah, I need to. I'd like to do some stuff. Get it done.
Well,
Get it
we're everybody tries, I think. Anybody with like a
done.
decent, they try their best to
Yeah.
um well, or they're white trash. I don't know. I mean, there are definitely white trash people. Why? It's not my phone. No, it's my internet. I hope I'm not going to have problems with the internet today, Joe, because everything's a bit of a gazy.
Oh
It's a
no.
bit of a gazy, Mario. Mario, come and play. Doing voices. Why do you have a white background? What the hell? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
like it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you have space today and I have scenery. How strange
Cool.
it is. By the way, guys, if when Joe leaves after he does some news and curses out the FBI, if you want to stay, I am prepared for games because apparently I passed out very early after doing lots of work. So
Okay.
I have a few I took from our past that a bunch of us had done that I know you guys haven't seen and created a new one, which is very, very long. So I actually have it prepared before we start. It's that long, but I think it's worth it, right, Joe? It's
Sure.
kind of funny. So if we
They're
have like
fun.
3 or 4 people on and they want to play, you just tell me yes in the chat. Otherwise, I'll keep it till tonight or tomorrow night or Sunday. Uh, let's see. Oushies. Oushies. So, what are we talking about, Joe?
Lots of stuff today.
No.
There's
Okay.
always stuff going
We got
on.
to start with the first one
Yeah, that's because it's funny.
because I mentioned it this morning. I am so bad at economics. And then somebody actually told me I was right. And I'm like, what?
Hmm
Really like, what? No, you're mistaken. But it does make sense. Somehow it makes sense in my mind. Somebody's telling me something. I suck at economics, whatever.
Well, there is a Canadian company that says it is moving its whole operations down into the United States from Canada. It's a Canadian furniture maker, prepack.
Are they from Quebec? No. Was it Quebec or
They're from British Columbia.
British Columbia?
In
Wow.
Delta, yeah,
Now,
Delta. They have a manufacturing plant in Delta, British Columbia.
why are they coming here exactly?
It because there is moving all its production to the United States following the threat of tariffs on Canadian goods from President Donald Trump.
Bing, 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 bing. I can't believe it. I swear to you guys, I did not read
According
any of this. The
According to Unifor, Canada's largest private sector union, Prepack, is closing its manufacturing plant in Delta, British Columbia, to move all production to its manufacturing plant in North Carolina, which opened in 2021. As a result, 170 Canadians will lose their jobs at the British Columbian plant. Unifor representatives suggested that those jobs will be moved to North Carolina.
okay. I, I, I just can't understand where this came from.
I
Oh,
know.
there's something.
Well,
All right, a lot of people are like the left don't understand the tariffs. Now,
no,
I
they
get it
don't.
actually. I get it.
Hmm.
But basically, we're going to get our automotive companies back, our technology companies back. We need this stuff. And
Yes.
I
It's
kind of
going to hurt
explained to
in the beginning,
Nancy,
but in the end, it'll be better. More
correct. It's going to be
jobs.
a slow start. Like the stock is going to fluctuate. Tariffs are going to be high and low, and in certain states are not. And the red states, they're going to start with that would be smart if Trump started with the red states,
Hmm.
because the red state, that's why, where did you say they're moving to?
North Carolina.
Are they red? They
I'm not
are,
sure.
right?
I think so. I think
Um,
so.
well, the
Well,
probably majority is at least, or at least most, they
well,
probably have.
it's not to actually piggyback on that. There's another place in North Carolina that's opening a facility today. They're starting today. It's Johnson and Johnson, and they're spending $55 billion in the United States to bring back more manufacturing and more research and technology. So
Um,
they're
yeah,
trying to
well,
expand. This is President Trump's expansion of manufacturing in the United States. And like I said, you know what?
Johnson and
There's a
Johnson,
lot of
man.
people that don't have jobs that are homeless. Why? That's probably why, because all the jobs went overseas.
Of course.
And all
Of
the
course
jobs
it
under the
is.
Biden
It's not
administration,
pure laziness. It's
no.
being able to do. There's a difference between doing
Hmm.
something you love to do,
Right,
going to school for years to do something you love to do and not being able to afford it,
right. And a lot of people, and
or not
especially
being
a
able.
lot of these homeless people, you guys, they really don't want to be on government assistance. Because when you're on government assistance, there's rules and regulations that you have to abide by.
And they don't
And if
want to
you
do
make
that.
one mistake, they just throw you away, man. And it just, you work so hard to get to a certain point, and you make that little mistake, and they just throw you out the door, and you're
They
just
have to get
fucked.
drug users. They have to stop with the opioids.
They
Once
have to
the
fucking
opioid,
stop
because
bringing the
I'm
shit.
sorry, guys, you have no choice. You want to live
Yeah.
in this country,
Mhm.
stop with the fucking opioids. They have the if they are needed, they should be used
Yeah.
wisely
But
and not
it,
given
the
out.
government
And they
brings
have
that
been given
shit
out.
in.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
The
they do.
government is the fault for all the drug addicts in the
And
street.
all the weapons and all. What were we talking about earlier? About, all right, we'll talk. Actually, we'll go over that later when you're in the car. I
Hmm.
I'm not going to remind you right now because I don't want you to say anything. Um, so I said it this morning. I said these companies have to be thinking twice about it and coming here because if why bother over there if the tariffs are going to be expensive over there, and why not come here where you might not have property tax anymore or an income tax? Why the fuck not open your company? I mean, I mean, my husband does everything. I know how to shop online and but he does everything. I don't touch money. I suck at it. I don't want to be, I used to gamble a lot away, a lot.
Hmm.
So I just I don't bother with it anymore. But I do understand the basics, right? I mean, doesn't this make sense? Go to the place that's gonna not charge a company an arm and a leg. So therefore, they don't have to take taxes out of your paycheck. They could still probably be millionaires and you might be, making 300,000 or something instead of the measly 60, 80, 70,000. And I'm talking that might be New York prices. I don't know. I mean, you know,
Well, they wanted to make a service in the United States service and information. That's what they wanted to make the United States. You can't fucking have a country that their GDP is service and information. How the
right.
fuck is that going to happen? That's why they were trying to kill our food sources. That's why they've been burning down the forests. Do not tell me that the controlled burns are controlled burns. That's bullshit because you don't go and do a controlled burn in the windy season. That's just fucking retarded. Sorry, it is. It's fucking dumb.
Common sense.
It is. I mean, come on. Why would you have a controlled burn in the windy season? You idiot.
Common sense.
Right. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever
Why
heard in my
even
fucking life.
why even have control burns? It makes no sense. I'm sorry. Somebody explain that to me. In
It
the
doesn't.
old days, we used to take machetes. My grandfather used to take me to our pond, which
Mhm.
was like a half a quarter mile in or something. And we used to have to use a machete to get there. We did not
Mhm.
burn anything down unless we
Right.
needed firewood that day.
Right.
And at that time in New Jersey, they were allowed to burn the trash. So the old-fashioned
Mhm.
houses, like including the one we just sold, had bricks, and you just burn your trash. But
Mhm.
there's certain and oh my God, you know what? Nothing went on fire, and yet you have these ancient trees.
Right.
Tall as tall can be, like
Right. Well, that
10,
stuff
20
on the
stories
ground,
high.
the stuff that falls and dies, all that stuff, that's actually turns into mulch and turns
Exactly.
into food for the plants.
I
So
mean,
I
there's
don't know
some
why they're
things like
trying to fucking
cans
burn
and
it out. That
but
doesn't make no fucking sense to me.
it
It just
doesn't
doesn't
make
make any
sense. And
sense because
Joe,
all I
when it
see
doesn't
now
make
are
sense,
fucking burn
Joe,
scars, and they can't. I don't know. It's like I don't know, man. I just controlled burns are wrong.
Joe, when it doesn't make sense, Joe,
It's probably not
most
true.
likely not true,
That's
right?
right.
Right.
That's right.
We're learning that, aren't we?
Yes,
It's
we are.
coming, it's becoming a fact now, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well,
I'm
well,
old.
let's go
I
ahead
can't
and move
believe
on
I
real
know
quick.
these weird
Let's,
things. How do they come to me? I swear to God.
let me
Somebody is
move
like
on real quick.
tuning into my brain. Maybe it is the dye in my hair.
Ah,
Maybe it's
there you go. That's what it is.
affecting the brain cells.
So,
My worst
remember
subject
a
ever.
former squad member by the name of Cori Bush? Her husband's in trouble. He has been charged with wire fraud.
Oh, it's her husband because I think I
Yeah,
put Corey in the title. Not that that's a
yeah.
big.
And well,
Nobody
it's
knows her
Cori
husband.
Bush's husband. You know, he he's charged with defrauding the government after allegedly accepting $20,000 in payments from a from the pandemic era paycheck protection and economic injury disaster loan program. He's 46 out of St. Louis, and he falsified details about his purported business to obtain the loans from the Small Business Administration in 2020 and 2021. 2 counts of wire fraud.
How much was it? How much did it total to?
Well, it's 2 counts. I don't know. It didn't really give a total, but it's accepting 20,000 in payments. So I guess it's just 20,000.
20,000 inch. Okay.
But it doesn't matter. 20,000 is 20,000. When it's wire fraud, it's wire fraud. It doesn't
No,
matter
it's
how
yeah,
much it
I
is.
that's a lot of money. Hey, that's a car.
Yeah. There you
Whatever.
go.
The down payment on I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, before you go, I know you have to go. Read off some of the prices that gas was for the last decade. You have it on your phone or no?
I
Because
do. Hold
because
on
I
a second.
found this, I mean, I found it kind of interesting. Read it for like what was Obama?
Hold on, let me open it up
Everybody
here.
trusted Obama there in the beginning. I wonder why. Do you want me to say it? I mean, seriously.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Under Obama, the gas started at 2.41 a gallon, went up to 3.68, and stayed up real over three for a long time until 2015 and 2016 when it went down to 2.25, right? Donald Trump took over it at 2.53. It went up to 2.81 and it never went higher than that. And when he left office, it was 2.26. And under Joe Biden, as soon as Joe Biden went into office, it went to 3.10 a gallon and then up to 4.06. And now it's about 3.47. Or it was 3.47.
Now, what about Bush? Because we
Bush,
mentioned Cori Bush.
it all
Yeah, you had
started
one.
with Bush.
It
All
all
this shit
started with Bush.
started with George W. Bush.
But
And
how much was it?
it was $1.46 when he started, went down to $1.39, then went shot all the way up to 3.30 when he left in 2008.
330, guys. That's over, what is it, 2 decades ago?
Yeah,
When was Bush in
2000,
office? 2000,
2001 to 2008.
2004 or 8. Oh, he was in office.
Mhm.
Right, that's right. But of course they do it in the beginning. They lower the prices and then they raise it and then they lower it again towards the end of their term so you'll pick the next Democrat, right? I mean,
Right.
it's only a ploy, right?
Yep. Total ploy. Total ploy.
But since I mean 330, that's almost what it's at now. So you can't really complain. That's a happy medium, I'd say. 330 uh throughout the nation. Happy medium, right? In general. I'm not saying it is 330 in your state as well. Could be 430 in your state, but I'd say 330 is a nice average. I was
Well,
thinking
I
back,
do remember before Bush took over, the gas stations when it was so low, man, them folk were struggling. Of course, now they're not. They're
they're
making
the
money.
reason we had 9/11. Why else to attack those nations in the Middle
Mhm.
East? That we had to have a reason to get their gas. It was all about oil. The Bushes owned oil and Mountain Dew and some kind of bubble gum, I think, or gums.
The Bushes were big in oil.
Don't drink Mountain Dew. Don't drink soda, guys. But
Mountain
don't drink
Dew's
Mountain
bad
Dew.
for you. That's really bad.
I remember thinking back in the day with the Bush administration, they had planned to fix, I think it was, oh yeah, so he wasn't eight. God, I forgot. The first Bush was in only 4 years. The second one was in 2 years. The uh, W, George W, right? And they had planned to fix Social Security, Joe. Do you know how they wanted to do it?
I don't remember how they wanted to do it, but their fix is not a fix.
They
Never.
wanted to take the word security out.
Why? Social payments.
It's a joke, Joe.
So we can make you a socialist country.
He's not getting it. It's a joke, Joe.
Oh,
I didn't do it well, apparently. How does the Bush administration plan to fix Social Security? By taking the word security out of it.
oh,
There's no security.
yeah,
See,
no
it's
security.
all about wordplay, though. It really is. And when you find things like Social Security that are
Right.
SS, what do we know as SS? What is the SS, Joe? When I say Joe, in
Oh,
throughout
yeah, the
history,
Nazis.
what is the SS, Joe?
The
Now, I'm not
Nazis.
even kidding. We didn't even get on to words yet, my friends.
Nazis.
There is
Nazis.
so many subjects out there that they have lied to us to. I can't possibly go over all of them. But when I tell you the word classroom has nothing to do with children and separation and ages, it's what they think of you. You're the lower class. They're bored in the boardrooms. Get it? Because the
Yeah,
plan is already, they already had the plan to destroy humanity or control it, enslave it. They already
yeah.
had. They already had by money. They were doing it with taxes. There's still how in this day with actors, prominent actors making millions in Hollywood. Do you have a fucking country with,
No.
30,000 people in Africa not getting water?
Right.
And by all means, let's bring in the religious argument. All right? If you're Catholic or Christian or believe in God, Protestant, Lutheran, you believe in Jesus Christ, you wouldn't let it happen. The Vatican, and I just saw a parts of conclave with my um husband's son. He came. It's the only time I watch shows because he thinks I'll like what. It was interesting. I'll talk about that later. Yeah, that was interesting. But how does that happen? How does not 1 million, close to billionaires, say, hey, oh, okay, Oprah opened a school, and it was a racist school, by the way. We know that from Kevi, our friend from South Africa, who did not live but a few miles away from it. He knew the kids that attended there. I think some of them may have been his own nephews and nieces or grandkids. I think nephews and nieces. I'm not sure if he had. Anyhow, it's true. But that would be like one of the first things. I mean, if I had $5 billion, like Soros, aren't they going after Soros? Yes, they are.
I think
Yes,
they
they
are.
are. Hold on. I
I think they
know
are.
they are. India. India has
Yeah.
conducted raids at the offices of George Soros Open Societies Foundation in Bengaluru. 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 We'll get that one, Bengaluru. That sounds about right. So, Senator Kennedy, you have nothing to worry about with this radio station. I promise you. Larry Elder, you have to wake up, my dear. You guys are really fucking sleeping. Nobody in the Senate should be sleeping. God knows the Democrats are not. They're not sleeping. They know exactly what's going on because why? They're involved in it. They got a foot in it. Maybe it's a foot, maybe it's a leg, maybe it's half their body, maybe it's their full body. Get it? There's a
Right.
pyramid to everything. You know, um, who did you say had to pay money the other day?
Uh,
Fannie Willis,
yeah, $54,000.
which
It's
isn't
a little bit over,
much,
but yeah.
right? But to be honest, she'll do jail time, but
Yep.
I think it's a man. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
right.
that's a dude. But that was definitely saying her dress on backwards. That was definitely saying I'm caught. It's over for me. And it's probably been over for a long time. So she might have to pay money. She's not going to ever see her money ever again. The woman is, I doubt it. I don't, because, but the thing is, she might only have her foot in where Braggs might have his whole leg in there. Meaning, not only did he partake in the money situations and lying about Trump and all this crap, but maybe he indulged himself with minors. Well, we know Fanny did, right? Didn't
Yes, she
Fanny?
did.
She had
Well,
an
she
affair
did.
with,
He did.
oh, it was Braggs that did it?
Yep.
One of them did it, right?
No, no, that that dude that Wade. I think his name was Wade. What the guy she was having an affair with, Fannie Willis.
Yeah. She was paying him off.
Right.
Now, that to me already, I mean, that's not 50,000. Come on.
That was more than
That
that.
deserves more punishment. And we
Yeah.
know, because we're not stupid, that since Trump is in office, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I know I do a lot of voices, guys.
It's going to be bad for them. It's going to be
Is-
real bad.
Is everybody, there's a few people in the chat. I need to know if they're gonna play. Did you share, Joe?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, there's not that enough people, but I want, maybe I'll stay on, I'll see. Not that I have much to talk about, really. I mean, there is a lot, but there's a couple of things I still gotta look up. I didn't even go over breaking news. I have that. I don't know if you listened yesterday after you left, but I was telling them about writing to breaking news about the gold that's being transferred to Liberty. I'm not gonna stop saying it. There is gold from apparently Israel too, which makes a lot of sense to me. Maybe not you, but ask me why it makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not talking about you, Joe. Gold coming from Europe, possibly Fort Knox's, and it's being stored in New York City. All right? There has to be a reason. And my thought is we're, like Dodge said, we're recapturing this money. This is not fake. We have to go back to the gold backing. Why? Because look at the amount it's worth. It's almost close to 3,000 an ounce.
Yeah, it's
You
a
could call
lot.
it gold backing or metal backing, stone bat. I don't know what they're going to call it. There's there's more than just a monetary reason that gold is worth having. And we're going to find that out later. Of course, if you've been watching me, you know why. I don't know exactly how to call it, but it cures pollution.
Yeah.
Most likely in our body, I guarantee in our body, and in our beautiful nature. And it won't work right away, and it may be different colors, but I guarantee it's been being pumped in our airs for like eight years. Yep. Good stuff. The good stuff.
I got one more article for you.
Silver, by the way, looks black, causes black smoke. I was looking at an old bracelet, silver bracelet I had. I was like, there you go. Anyhow, go on, Joe.
One last article, really, is that in California about the fires, there's been like 270,000 applications for FEMA assistance, right? But only 13,000 homes were destroyed.
And how much in assistance did you say? I'm sorry.
There's been 270,000 applications. So
270,000 applications.
270,000 people put in an application saying that they got, they want some money from FEMA
And there
because of
was
the
only
fire.
70 people are just so money hungry. But this is
And
how
there's
you
only
get the criminals
13,000
out.
homes destroyed.
It's exactly how you get these criminals out.
Yep.
Guys, I know you're looking forward to arrests, especially since Bongino's in office, and Bongino is now aware of the plan, if he was not before. They all are.
Yes, they are.
And it's hard for regular, hard working people, everyday Joes. And I'm not sure how many of them knew or didn't know. Um,
But, but,
MTG did.
but, Carolyn, no matter what, nothing changes unless people get arrested. Nothing changes.
And what would
Sorry.
I say? What would be my comeback?
I don't know. They're already dead or
They're
gone.
already dead, brother.
But we got to see it.
Oh, we do?
We got to see
We
it
do.
for our own eyes.
Oh
We
my
can't just
God, because
say
we're
it
such big
without
fucking
showing
babies. All
us
right,
proof.
okay. It's
We
gonna
don't have the
happen,
proof.
Joe.
I know. We got to have it, though. It's time to give it to us, though. It's time to give us the proof if it's there.
How can the people, okay, let's see the reactions of somebody like John Kennedy, Senator John Kennedy, who has already confirmed that the conspiracy theorists are like 37% correct.
Right. But we all are.
So let's see what he does when he finds out how maybe aliens came to this country, or holy shit, we had the cabal really ruin the world.
Right.
enslave us. Let's see how these prominent people like Bongino and Cash Patel, I think he was aware. I think some of them, like MTG, are fighting girls. I don't know if Pam knew. We gotta wait and see. Let them, it might be. I mean, they always probably thought something weird, but perhaps not knew the whole truth. These are not conspiracies anymore.
No,
Everything we've been saying, it's not conspiracy. How could it be a conspiracy when they're coming true?
not
By the way, there was
true.
another plane crash today. I forgot to, it was near an airport. Let me see if I could find it. What are you going to say are you going to cuss out the FBI?
Well, shouldn't I mean, since Mr. Cash Patel is in and Dan Bongino is in, should we curse them or should we start encouraging them? What do you think? Because we still need the organization. I really believe we do. I just think it needs to not be corrupt. Hey, dude, you don't get to walk in the middle of the freeway, stupid fuck. I own the world. I can walk where I want. People so dumb.
Maybe it was on the. Oh, they're still telling news about the other plane crashes. I see. Because that's the Delta. Lafayette. I think that was the one. Why can't I find it? Came up this morning. Plane crash death toll. Why would I want to see that? God help me no. Where was this plane crash that I saw this morning? I thought it was Lafayette. I gotta stop looking at news when I first wake up
Why is that?
because I forget what I look at. I don't really look at news. I look at what pops up, and very rarely will I open it up.
Breaking.
So I knew there was a plane crash because it was breaking news this morning, which looks, I think it's in Lafayette. Wait, if it's Lafayette, there's the airport. I'm so bad with this. Okay, hold on. You see, maybe I actually. Oh, did you hear this? The Coast Guard offloads nearly 46,000 pounds of illegal drugs valued at 500 million at the port in the Everglades. I can't even believe 500 mil. You see what I'm saying? It's that money. That's what you call recaptured money. And instead of hoarding it and giving it back to the government, it's going out to the people. I promise you, my friends, because we don't have jealous people or money hungry uh, vulgars, vultures in office anymore. We don't have evil, crime-ridden, pathetic.
Yeah, we have some. I think we have some
Yeah, but
because they
the
haven't got. They
ones in
haven't.
control are what matters.
Ones are in. No, they're not in control. That's for
No,
sure.
they're not in control.
They're still there. They haven't got rid of them all.
I can't believe
Empty
India's
primary.
going out of everybody, India's going after Soros. Now, I'll tell you something about India. India is where Bill and Melinda Gates went
Yes.
to try out their new vaccines. What the fuck? They knew about vaccine. They knew the vaccines. Viruses more likely on a computer, you might think Bill Gates knows, but no. So they're trying out all this shit on these poor Indian communities. They were dying. Their children were dying. They were becoming disfigured, and there was crap all over the place. There was insufficient water. It was just what it reminded me of was Willowbrook, the school I went to before
There.
it was a mental institution. It reminded me of that. What, you're almost there?
Yeah,
They
correct.
killed Bill Gates.
I know what I'm going to say.
Give them
Yep.
inspiration.
Cash and Bongino rule.
I like that. I
He
really
turned around
like
and
that.
looked. He did turn around and look too.
Very good. And it's true. It's
They
true.
should be quivering. Some of these people are going to lose their job.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. President Nixon, this is Roger Stone. President Nixon told me that Warren Commission was the biggest goddamn hoax in American history, quote unquote. He also told me Lyndon Johnson and I both wanted to be president. The difference was I wasn't willing to kill for it, unquote.
Who is that between?
Um, Roger Stone and Nixon.
Wow.
This is Roger Stone's, he put it out, it looks like, on Getter. But I think I have another one from him. Yeah, I found it interesting, but I didn't get a chance to read it. For 30 years, President George H.W. Bush insisted that he could not remember where he was on the day JFK was shot and killed. In fact, Bush was in Dallas, Texas in the morning and Tyler, Texas at lunchtime, returning to Dallas in the evening. Bush called the FBI office in Houston minutes after JFK's murder to establish an alibi. This is again from Roger Stone. Now, we're just seeing this information now. This information has been out for over a decade, probably a couple of decades.
Yeah.
Trump knew. So you're going to tell me, Joe, when Trump was in office the first term, that him and his military and Flynn and all the good guys didn't get shit done, didn't go after these motherfuckers that caused 9/11 and so many wars of that our children died and died for no
They
reason.
I believe they definitely started this campaign they're on right now. And I'm wondering, was the Biden era necessary to show everybody else what they were actually doing? Because I still think that some people have a problem with Trump cleaning up the mess that they're cleaning up. Even some Republicans are having a problem with it. They don't understand the mess that the other Republicans and Democrats actually caused.
Right.
It's a deep
Right.
fucking problem.
Helen says Joe is right. Whether you're locking up clones or not, maybe if people see it, then maybe they'll open their eyes and wake up. Right. But what I'm trying to explain is that the administration that's in control, like Trump was 8 years ago, had to be awake.
Right.
Then they had to be doing something then, if not
Right.
before. And I believe before. I believe during, I'm positive now that it was during Obama's administration because of Flynn. Because of Flynn. It was time for them to know, but they didn't know how much control Q had, or whoever you want to call it. You don't think Flynn's part of Q? Of course he has a Q clearance. Joe, does Michael Flynn have a Q clearance? Did we lose you, Joe? Joe, Joe, do you think Michael Flynn had or has a Q clearance?
Yes.
Oh, duh. This is, it's just,
God.
people are missing the obvious. To have chemtrails, you need hangars, you need huge planes, you need pilots and gas and area and airspace, airway.
Well,
That didn't happen while Trump was president the first term. It sure as ain't happening now.
got a lot of
A lot has changed. And gas, I guarantee in like within a month, it's going to go down another dollar. I predict 80 cents. And I still hold to my prediction that we're going to hear Biden is dead. What did I say?
I
The
think
spring? The spring just started.
yeah, it's spring now, so yeah. Well, he's been dead for a while. Yeah.
Well,
All
I
right,
know he's been
guys, I
dead,
got to
but
get out.
Mama Helen's right. They're showing people little by little. All right.
Talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a great day, everybody.
Later.
Love you. Peace out.
Well, there's a few people watching, but nobody said that they wanted to play, so I'm just gonna wait till later then. Maybe I'll come back a little later on my own before Joe gets out because it's his late days. I hate it. It's like 9 o'clock, he's out. But luckily I have weird hours. But since I was up at like, I don't know what time, 2:33 this morning, I'm just gonna do some work and chillax, play some spades. So let me see if there was anything else I wanted to mention because I always have shit. I know there's a couple things people sent me that I wanna. Why do I have stars? You see, I don't even write my own stuff down correctly. And I didn't do the breaking news yet. Maybe I should look at it now. It's not like I still don't get the breaking news. Where is it? Watch President Trump. Oh, here it is. Breaking news support. You have a reply to your ticket. Your comment was not approved. Please pay more attention next time. So this is what I wrote. That's why New York Federal Reserve just took tons upon tons of recaptured gold in from Europe. It's ours, so think again. Stop the TDS. So I did say something a little, stop the TDS. I'm not spelling out Trump derangement, really, I'm not, really? Breaking news, really? And it took you 6 days to figure out that my comment was not approved? Um, hmm, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell them that I've been talking about them. I'm not even kidding. They think they're so fucking smart, believe me. Nobody's smarter than Trump with this 3D chess and shit. And I'm trying to keep up with him. We're all trying to, right, Helen? All right. Gotcha. All right, guys. I'm gonna send them a nice picture saying, hey, I put it out there. And I'll make a short of it and I'll just keep sending it out because it's ridiculous that breaking news took such a comment down. Really? Why? Was there anything wrong with it? Did you guys hear anything? Even if I'm mistaken, why was it not approved? Why would Hmm, I don't like that shit, my friends. I hate taking no. I hate taking no for an answer. Like Trump. You guys are great. Love you all. And perhaps tonight or before Joe gets out, I maybe we'll come on and play a game if I have enough people say so and chat at least. All right, take care, guys.